Okay, so here I'm going to cover at least 13 Apple Watch hidden tricks and tips that people are not really talking much about. So if you have the Apple Watch, either this is Series 9, Series 10, Apple Watch Ultra, and you want some cool tricks or tips using your Apple Watch, then here's a complete guide for you. And here I have itemized at least 13 cool tricks and features you can use on your Apple Watch that's going to make your Apple Watch a top notch. So the first one here is the feature to erase data on your Apple Watch. So at some point, if you misplace your Apple Watch or your Apple Watch got stolen at gunpoint, then you can actually instruct your Apple Watch to delete all your data if the intruder typed in your Apple Watch passcode more than 10 times. So the first thing to do to enable this feature on your Apple Watch is press the H crown once to exit the watch face. Locate and click on settings. Scroll down the settings page. Just keep scrolling until you get to passcode. Then click on that. Under passcode, scroll down. Then there is a feature called erase data. When this is on, Apple Watch will erase all data after 10 failed passcode attempts. Turn this on and then you're good. So this is a cool feature that can help you protect your data on your Apple Watch if stolen. And with this, if this Apple Watch is forcibly erased, then activation lock will be enabled. So that shows the intruder cannot at least use your Apple Watch and will not have access to your data on the Apple Watch. And then again, there is a feature I like so much, if especially use your Apple Watch for workout, and this is called fall detection. So you want to turn on fall detection so as to make sure if you mistakenly fall down during workout or your Apple Watch fall down, it can send an emergency messages to your emergency contacts or even put a call through. To turn on this feature, just go ahead and press the digital crown once, exit, click on settings on the app menu, then you want to scroll down, just keep scrolling until you get to SOS and click on that. Then locate and click on fall detection. Then if fall detection is disabled, please go ahead and turn this on and then make sure you select always on and then scroll down and click on confirm. So this is going to make sure each time you experience a fall using your Apple Watch, then a message or a call is going to be put through to your emergency contact. So that is my cool feature I love so much, especially when wearing my Apple Watch during my workouts. Then another thing is the feature to help you change passcode from 4-digit to 6-digit. So it is common when you set up your Apple Watch, you just use 4-digit passcode instead of setting up 6-digit passcode. So here, your Apple Watch allow you to now use 6-digit instead of 4-digit. To set up this, click on the digital crown to exit the watch face. Click on settings. On settings, you want to scroll down. Locate and click on passcode. Under passcode, scroll down. Locate simple passcode and then disable this. Then type in your current passcode. Now once you type in your current passcode, choose spot that says enter new passcode. Now, if you go ahead and type in for passcode, you can still go ahead and click on OK, but you cannot use a longer passcode. Let's say you want to use 6-digit passcode, then go ahead and type in the 6-digit passcode. Click on OK. And then click on OK again. Then hang on. Now, once you disable simple passcode, when next you want to unlock your Apple Watch, you'll be prompted to type in the 6-digit passcode or the extended passcode you set up. Then another thing is the crown haptics. So I'm a favorite of crown haptics, so that when you use your digital crown, you're gonna feel haptics on your Apple Watch. So each time you scroll down or scroll up, you feel like a small vibration is taking place on your Apple Watch. To turn this feature on, just exit the watch face by pressing the digital crown once, select settings. Then on the settings, you want to scroll down until you get to sounds and haptics. Then scroll down sounds and haptics. And then it should say crown haptics. If crown haptics is disabled, just go ahead and turn that on. And then henceforth, whenever you use your digital crown to scroll through on your Apple Watch, this is going to turn on haptics or a kind of vibration on your Apple Watch. Then another one I love so much here is headphone safety. So if you are the type that uses headphone often, your Apple Watch can equally manage your headphone and notify you when the volume is too loud. So to start this on, just go ahead and click on the digital crown to exit the watch face. Click on settings. On the settings page, you just want to scroll down. Just keep scrolling until you get to sounds and haptics as well. Scroll down the sounds and haptics until you get down to where you see headphone audio. Then click on headphone safety. Once you selected that, make sure headphone notification is turned on. Then you should say to protect your hearing, your Apple Watch will measure headphone audio level. If you exceed the recommended 7-day limit, a notification is sent and the volume is turned down. You see that? So that's a cool feature a lot of people are not using. So most especially if you are addicted to using headphones. So go ahead and turn on headphone safety. Another thing is the feature to reduce motion, which actually make your Apple Watch respond faster. And then this is also present on your iPhone. So this reduces the interface changing on your Apple Watch. So to turn on reduce motion, just go ahead, press the screen once to see the watch face, click on settings. Then on the settings page, you just want to scroll down, locate and click on accessibility. Now under accessibility, just keep scrolling until you get to reduce motion. Limit animation of the user interface. Click on that. Then if reduce motion is disabled, just go ahead and turn this on, then see the power of reduce motion. Then you're going to see the animation in the interface on your Apple Watch any longer once reduce motion is enabled. But if you disable it, then you should see each animation from one interface to the other. So just go ahead and then make sure you turn on reduce motion on your Apple Watch. This could be on Series 9 or Series 10. So turn on reduce motion. Then another cool feature I love about Apple Watch is the feature to answer calls automatically. So if you want to answer calls automatically on your Apple Watch, just press the screen once, click on settings, scroll down, locate accessibility, scroll down. Under accessibility, you should see auto answer calls. Click on that and then turn this on. Then come here and set how long you want your phone to ring before your Apple Watch picks the call automatically. You can say I put this to 10 seconds, then let's reduce this to 6 seconds. Then after 6 seconds, your Apple Watch is going to pick up the call automatically. There is no doubt about that. So you want to make sure you always wear your Apple Watch when you turn on this feature on your Apple Watch. Then there is a feature called double tap that comes with the Watch OS 11. So if your Apple Watch runs on Watch OS 11, you can equally turn on double tap so that each time you snap your fingers together like this, it's going to pick a call, pause the audio or play video. To turn this feature on, just press the screen once to see the watch face, click on settings, scroll down, just keep scrolling until you get to gestures. So scroll down and click on gestures. Keep scrolling, click on gestures. Once you selected gestures, locate and click on double tap. Then turn on double tap and then you're good. Then another thing you want to turn on, which is the coolest trick on Apple Watch, is cover to mute. So if you're in a meeting and your Apple Watch rings, you can easily cover your Apple Watch screen for a couple of seconds and this is going to mute your Apple Watch. To turn this on, just go ahead, press the icon once, click on settings, scroll down, locate and click on gestures. Once you selected gestures, then come here and turn on cover to mute. If this is disabled, turn this on. Then let's talk about the AirDrop on your Apple Watch. So if you want to transfer contact or you want to check contact or any files between your Apple Watch and other Apple devices, you can just simply turn on AirDrop and then AirDrop your device. To do this, just click on the icon once, click on settings, scroll down, and then you want to click on general. Under general, just scroll down, you should see AirDrop. Click on it. And then with this, you'll be able to airdrop anything between your Apple Watch and iPhone. When you turn on, start sharing by bringing devices together. So if this is disabled, just toggle this on and then you're good. One more cool feature under general setting is called handoff. So if you start an assignment on your Apple Watch and want to pick it up on your other devices like Mac or iPhone, you can just turn on what is called handoff. Then press the icon once, select settings, scroll down to general, click on that. Once you selected general, scroll down, then you should see handoff, click on handoff, and then make sure you enable handoff. And then one thing I want to talk about is if you use your Apple Watch very often and you want to extend your Apple Watch battery life, then go ahead and turn on optimized charge limit. To do this, click on settings. On the settings page, scroll down to battery. Once you find battery, scroll down, click on battery health, then make sure you turn on optimized charge limit on your Apple Watch. So turn this on if this is disabled. And lastly but not the least, on my coolest Apple Watch tricks and tips is the emergency contact. So if you want to call an emergency contact on your Apple Watch by just pressing the side button, press and hold it for like 5 or 10 seconds, then you should see, you see that? Then you need to set up this on your Apple Watch. To do this, just press the icon once to exit the watch face, click on settings, scroll down until you get to SOS. Then scroll down to get to medical ID and click on that. Scroll down the medical ID page, locate and click on edit medical ID. Then scroll down, come to where you see emergency contact and then add your emergency contact. Once you add your emergency contact, click on the checkbox and then you're good. When next you want to make an emergency contact or your Apple Watch, just call me and press and hold the side button for a couple of seconds and then you should say emergency contact ongoing. And that is it. So these are some of the coolest Apple Watch tips and tricks. You can try it on your new Apple Watch. It doesn't count whether it is Apple Watch 10 or Apple Watch 11 or even 8. So if you find any of these cool tricks helpful, please don't forget to like and then subscribe.